The first thing sounds obvious, but some people forget about it. You're so worried about the deal. You need to make that next buck. I remember being in that position where I was like, dude, I got to make this next buck because money's like really tight. Money's tight. I need to make this deal. I'm hungry for a deal. And you lose sight of the fact you're working with people. We're in the business. We're like almost like a service business. We're here to help people. And if we can focus on helping the seller and genuinely being focused on helping the seller, even if that means it doesn't result in a deal for us, you're going to build up all sorts of good karma. That authenticity that you bring to the call is going to come through. And that's going to be the difference maker that helps you win those deals that are competitive, that helps you get that seller who's on the fence to make the decision because they feel comfortable with you, right? And I think that is very important and a key difference maker in what has allowed me to close hundreds of deals on my own before hiring a team is because that was the focus. And it also takes the pressure off you too, right? It takes the pressure off of you of trying to be this great salesperson, trying to close the deal. And you're just focused on how can I help this person, okay? The next is to mirror the personalities. We talked about that. The next one here is don't sound scripted. You've got to make it sound natural. You want to follow a script. You want to go through it and make sure that you're not missing the key points. Because if you just go by the seat of your pants, you're going to forget things. You're going to miss questions. You want to follow the script, but you don't want to sound scripted. You don't want to be reading it off. You want to go with the natural flow of the conversation, okay? But then bring it back and make sure you still talk about all the major talking points. And then longer calls. People have different strategies on this and different mindsets or opinions. For me, if I'm on the phone for 30 minutes and I'm deep in conversation about the property and I'm not talking about, how about them Cowboys? If I'm deep in conversation and we're having, really good, understanding of their motivation, we have built some rapport, I'm doing some storytelling, that seller is very interested. They're very serious, right? They're really genuinely interested in selling. And I get more excited the longer the call goes because I know that they're that invested with making this decision. If I talk for 5 minutes and there was nothing else to talk about, we just couldn't get anything else out, there could still be a deal there, but I'm feeling less optimistic. The person who's invested to sit down and have that conversation and answer your questions, they're there to answer your questions, then I know I'm on to something here, okay? So I would challenge you to have longer calls. It doesn't mean waste your time. It doesn't mean talk forever about, what you're gonna go, what your shopping list is for the weekend or whatever. But you wanna have those longer calls because that gives you the chance to build more rapport with them, to build more trust, and to do more storytelling to build that credibility, which is gonna, if they're serious about selling, gonna prevent them from going to look for somebody else for the solution because they feel like you're the right fit. And then beyond following the script is you gotta challenge yourself to ask better questions. Don't be a robot. Don't go through the motions. Be curious. Be curious. And what that looks like is when they say, yeah, we've owned the house for 10 years. Oh, okay. Did you ever live in the house? Has it been just a rental property the whole time? Tell me. I'm trying to find out more information about that. It's not just like, okay, let me ask you the next question. You want to be curious and dig deeper into every single thing they say because you're going to discover information that's going to be critical for putting that deal together. And again, if you're showing interest, they're going to tell that you care, right? That's going to come across. And so if you focus on asking questions and getting them to talk, they're going to sell the deal to you, not you sell them on the fact they need to sell to you. They're going to sell the deal to you. Okay. And for me, all these little details that are not necessarily game changers all on their own, but together really make a huge difference. And these are the things that I feel like most people overlook. I've had some of my coaching students even come on and do some role playing, and they're experienced investors. They've already been buying deals. They know what a deal looks like, but they're used to talking business to business, buying deals from wholesalers or realtors. and they're like a bull in a china shop. They're just like, all right, yeah, so we can pay cash, we can close quickly. How much do you want for the property? And that's not what it looks like to talk to a seller. It's a human to human conversation. And these are the things that make a big difference.
I think the way I look at it is if you do not follow the process, you may still get some deals. But if you follow it, you're going to get the deals you would have lost otherwise. I think this is really great.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like longer calls, connecting deeper, basically.
Yeah. You're going to get the low hanging fruit and those deals are just going to fall in your lap. But if you want to do more deals and better deals, then you need to take this stuff seriously.